voices in my mind that say I'm not enough.
First, I visited Basic Needs to show you a great example of a walk-in client choice pantry.
Good morning. The first stop will be with Gloria. She's our office lady, and she has certain forms that everybody needs to fill out. So they'll sit here. We will have chairs right over here and on that side, and then they can come back and just sit until it's time for them to come to the back for their food. We've got some very large families that come through, and we just always want to give enough to feed their family. The next category is our breakfast, and we allow one on the top and then one here. Bars, grits, oatmeal, and milk. All of these are just extras, so we allow everybody to pick about three items here. And then everybody gets peanut butter. Everybody gets beans and rice and a pasta, all of this. And then these are just extra items that they can choose one or two of these. And then the next stop would be our canned vegetables. And we have a chart here as to how many they're allowed. And they just get to pick what they want. And then the next category would be our canned meats, and they get just enough for their family. These hold our fresh meat, any frozen juices, guacamole, anything that's frozen. And so they pick here. Where all of our food comes from, we have the grant that we use for the senior foods. We get donations, and pretty much the rest is from Tarrant Area Food Bank. And our church provides funds to get that food.
Some food pantries even provide hygienics and toiletries, just depending on what is donated or available.
What we can collect, if somebody needs them and they ask us if we have the right size, we're going to give it to them. Okay, I'm Jill Scott from Hope, and we have a food pantry and clothes and a medical clinic. So when you come to get food here at Hope, right now we're still doing a drive-through. We're hoping to change that soon. But if you come to the front door, and we'll get your information and then ask you to pull around to the side, and we'll bring out food for you. Here's the application that you fill out. Like I said, it's got lots of words, but there's really only 4 questions on here, so it's really not that difficult. And then we'll ask you to pull around, and someone will be over here in our pantry and put together food boxes for you and bring them out. So this is our food pantry. Through our partnership with the Erath County Community Bridges, we've been able to offer more protein in our mobile pantries in Stephenville and in Dublin, and also just provide more food for our clients that come in here. This project is for people that are 40 and over that live in our community, and it offers a lot of resources for that age group. Like everybody else, the last 2 years with COVID has been very challenging. I am very proud of the fact that we never had to shut down, and we were able to continue to serve people who needed help. Sometimes they were people that we've seen for a long time, and other times there were people that needed help for the very first time in their lives. And so I'm proud of the fact that we were able to keep going through that whole shutdown, and we've made it through to the other side of that.
The main thing that comes to mind are the people that have health issues, and we try so hard to provide the types of things they need, and so much of it they just can't use. The elderly, for example, just don't like to cook, so we have to come up with enough things that they can get their meals together without cooking, actually. Microwavable meals is a favorite, so we try to keep that.
I suppose the most challenging it was before we switched to client choice, whenever we packed sacks and basically they just got what we gave them. And if they had any special needs, like diabetic or just different kinds of needs, then it was a little harder. Now that we're client choice, they can make their decisions and choose what's best for them. And so that's one of the really good things. We did renovation a year or so ago and added that whole back room. We didn't have room to do client choice before. I'm Sherry Carroll. I'm the director here at Grace Place. I'm a part-time staff member from the church, and everybody else that works here is volunteer. So we're full of volunteers. Bread. We've got all kinds of produce here for you to pick from. We've got bags. We'll let you take what you need. Today we have tomatoes and potatoes and onions and zucchini, grapefruit. We also have eggs, butter, cheese. We don't always have all of this, but we have today. And then all of the bread, because we get day-old bread from HEB, so we've got a lot of bread for you to choose from. Erath County Community Bridges has helped in the connection with other organizations. That monthly meeting where we actually get to sit face to face and talk with each other, learn better what each other is providing, how to refer to each other. It's just been really helpful to know that. I mean, I just pick up the phone and call somebody and say, hey, we have this person, and I wouldn't have even thought of doing that before. We are partner agencies with Tarrant Area Food Bank, but it's you pay a handling fee kind of thing with them, which basically amounts to 10 cents on the dollar what it would cost if you bought it in the grocery store. But if they don't have it available, then we may have to buy it. Like, I want to make sure we keep fresh produce and we keep fresh dairy, so I will purchase those locally if we don't get them from the food bank. And then we get donations. The high school just recently did a huge food drive, filled 2 pickup trucks of food for us and brought it over. So we do get locally donated as well.
We get food from the Tarrant Area Food Bank that we purchase for a low cost. And then we also pick up food from some of the local grocery stores.
Our main supplier of food is Tarrant Area Food Bank. And we purchase food from them, but at greatly reduced prices. Then we do buy some retail. And then the Dublin Library here is kind of a collection point for individuals that want to drop off food for us. And they do quite well at collecting food for us. This is the Love Basket, and we're in Dublin, Texas, and we're a drive-through food pantry. So basically the way we operate is the first time you come, you sign up an application, and then after that, you drive down the alley between the 2 buildings, and one of our volunteers will come out and get your name and your bag, and we will give you, we give out cereal and pastas and canned fruit and canned meat and canned vegetables and soup, and then we usually have peanut butter or shelf milk and always fresh meat. Sometimes fresh produce. But anyway, we will bag you up a bag or a box of groceries. You get your choice of the fresh frozen meats that we have, but everything else is kind of just arbitrarily put in your bag.
United Way got us our community bridges,
Both.
got us some bags, and we give them the bags, and they're supposed to bring their bags. Most of them do. Some of them don't, but most of them do. And we take their bag and find out what meat, we go in and fill it up and bring it out and put it in their car.
Yeah, and
Go.
And ECCB has been a lifesaver for us this year in all areas of our operation. It's always been good to know that we can rely on them to help us, especially when we're needing things that we can't accomplish on our own. We've been able to supply so much more food for our seniors with ECCB's help, and it's just been remarkable. We have built a good relationship between them and our operation, and for that, it's like a give and take operation that I can come to them when I need them. It's been wonderful.
I think our favorite part of it is talking to the folks, is interacting with them and kind of making friends of our clients. That was easier when people came into the pantry.
A lady came to our back door, and her kids had just all gotten out of the home into school, so she had her time to fill during the day. And so she came and just asked if there was a place for her here to help us, because they're just such service-minded people. So she just fit right in with us, and we came to love her. And then it wasn't long after that until she was bringing some of their missionaries to come and work with us.
It makes us really feel good when people tell us how much we've helped them. And I know one day when we were having people come in and they were sitting in the waiting room, I overheard one person telling another who was new, said, "This is the best pantry we've been to." So that really made me feel good.
Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory.
We take food donations, obviously, of any kind. If somebody wants to do a food drive, they can always call and ask if there's anything we particularly need. But like, for instance, every now and then we'll go for 2 or 3 months without being able to get any peanut butter from the food pantry or food bank. And since that's such a staple that everybody wants, we'll sometimes say we really need peanut butter. But we take everything.
You can donate non-perishable foods, like I said, at the Dublin Library, or you can call us and we'll meet you down here if you want to bring it straight to us. We're always looking for volunteers on the days that we need unwanted groceries and things like that, because we're getting kind of old. So a few extra muscles are always welcome on those days.
Well, of course, we always take monetary donations, and that's a great help. But we have people that collect food and bring it in.
We try to keep all the categories of food that we give out stocked so that people get that every time they come to us. So donations have pulled us through a lot of times when we weren't able to find certain things at the food bank or in the grocery stores.
Basically, any kind of food donation. Obviously, we'd take money to help buy food as we need to, and then volunteers. We have weekly assignments, monthly assignments, so people can check with us and see what we need and help wherever it works for them.
Every donation is appreciated and much, much needed. Yes.
I guess I just like to be able to get to people what they want, what they like,
As far as the pantry, that's about how we operate. We have a tiny little place back here, but it's working for us.
We're proud to partner with Texas Health Resources Hospital and the Erath County Community Bridges project.
So it's been really helpful to be able to get with other people and really share the services to make a bigger difference in the community.
We couldn't stay open without United Way. That's our mainstay, is United Way.